California. Beautiful sunset here. Dodger Stadium is filling in. It'll be a sellout tonight, 55,000 strong, to see the defending world champions try to punch their ticket to another World Series. Welcome to the 2025 National League Championship Series. It's presented by Loan Depot. We have arrived to our first elimination game of this NLCS. The Dodgers up 3-0 on the Milwaukee Brewers. And with that, we welcome you. Hi, everybody. Very loud Dodger Stadium. Great to have you with us. I'm Brian Anderson with Jeff Francoeur. Ron Darling. We'll hear from Lauren Sho-Hei in just a moment. Well, the Dodgers have been roaring through this postseason. They are 8-1 now, and they're going with Sho-Hei Ohtani tonight. Ronnie, the blue wave continues for the Los Angeles Dodgers. It is a first, though. Sho-Hei Ohtani making his first ever postseason start at Dodger Stadium.
You know when you tell your children to put childish things away, 6, 7, when you and I were a child, and they said, you're going to hit, Frenchie, darling, you're going to throw. Well, we get to watch a young man who is the best at hitting, he's the best at throwing, he takes us adults in the booth and he makes us children. Because to be able to watch someone throw 100 miles an hour, have 600 other pitches to go with it, is something that you can't believe, but still an honor. How did he throw in the postseason in his first start?
Well, we waited long enough, right? He finally got that chance in Philadelphia, and he was electric. Once he settled in, 98, 99, look at that curveball there. He had that going with the split, but what I love, it's like Legion ball tonight, what you're going to see. He's going to pitch in the top of the first, then he's going to come in and hit in the bottom of the first. It's outstanding, and look, Dr. Roberts is excited to see him on the mound today, and he's hoping he gives them somewhere in the neighborhood of 6, 7 innings.
You too. He is the greatest showstopper in Major League Baseball. The Dodgers have stolen most of the headlines in this series. As for the Brewers, this is a team made up of a bunch of second chancers and overachievers, self-titled, but this is a team that rode that mantra to the best record in baseball this year, a team that has thrived on being counted out. The Dodgers have completely stifled the Brewer bats. Christian Yelich said it's about the little goals at this point. Getting back to Milwaukee for a Game 6 is a goal, win the at-bat, and win one in a row is today's goal. And in true Brewers form, as we say hello to Lauren Sho-Hei, they give the ball to their team Yoda Lauren, the savvy lefty, 14-year big leaguer Jose Quintana.
I like that, Brian. You know the best thing you can call an athlete is a gamer, and Jose Quintana, the ultimate gamer. He went up to his manager and said, hey, I got you. Whatever you need, whenever you need it. We saw him in the division series. It was 3 scoreless against the Cubs, and Pat Murphy was impressed. He said, I liked how crisp his pitches looked. He said he's a pitcher, not a thrower, so I need him to live on the edges, but feels with the season caving in around them, he wants to turn to a veteran presence to try to extend this thing, as Pat Murphy says. Murph walked out of the press conference earlier and said, hey, we'll see you tomorrow. But for today, we are ready to play ball. Game 4 of the National League Championship Series on a picture-perfect Los Angeles day is next on TBS.
Is brought to you by Loan Depot and by Amazon. Everything for every fan on Amazon. Dodgers a win away from another trip to the World Series, and Sho-Hei Ohtani, their highest paid player, is on the mound to try to send them there. He pitched in Game 1 on the road in the division series against the Philadelphia Phillies, but this is his first postseason start at Dodger Stadium. You see the numbers during the regular year. 14 starts. He hit 55 home runs. Simply no one like him in Major League Baseball. And let's give you the starting lineup that he will face for Milwaukee. A little bit of change in the batting order at the top with Bryce Terang leading off. He'll be followed by Jackson Chourio. Christian Yelich hits third. He's the DH. And then in the middle, William Contreras. Jake Bauers elevated. He hits fifth and plays first base tonight. Sal Frelick, and then the bottom 3, Caleb Durbin, Blake Perkins, his first start of this LCS, and Joey Ortiz, the shortstop.
Well, and for Dave Roberts, Same as first 3 games. Will Smith catching, Max Muncy at third, Mookie Betts at short. That great play last night in the 9th inning. Tommy Edman at second, Freddie Freeman over at first, and in the outfield, Kike Hernandez in left, Andy Pajes in center, and Teoscar Hernandez in right for Dave Roberts.
Dodgers roll with the exact same lineup that they posted last night. And Ron, it is one ace after another for the Los Angeles Dodgers. It started with Blake Snell, pitched one of the best games in postseason history, certainly one of the best in Dodger postseason history. Transferred into Yamamoto in Milwaukee, and then it was Glasnow yesterday, and now it is Ohtani.
I've watched him live about a half dozen starts, and he's such an enigma. You never know what you're going to get. It might be 100 coming in here. It could be a curveball. It could be a split. You just don't know from Ohtani, and that's what makes him doubly tough.
Adam Beck is the home plate umpire. He says play ball, and the first pitch from Ohtani, 99-mile-an-hour fastball. And away we go. Ball 1 to Bryce Terang. Terang 0 for 4 yesterday, 1 for 11 in this championship series.
Because Ohtani tries to be a jack of all trades right from pitch number 1. Sometimes patience and deep counts and some walks here or there can funnel an inning.
2-0 to Terang. Good. Frenchie in the division start against the Philadelphia Phillies division series start. He was a little wobbly to start, gave up 3 runs early, and then settled in and got better as each inning progressed against the heavy hitting Philadelphia Phillies. Not only was that his first ever postseason start, he was the winning pitcher that night.
He was. Gave up 3 runs in the second. JT Realmuto tripled to right center. But that 3rd to the 6th, you could see him get more comfortable and just really got into rhythm.
Makes sense, right? Take in mind, this is 13 days before he's made a start.
2-2 the count to Bryce Terang. And that one misses.
And that was my big question mark. Look, nobody doubts the talent. Ronnie, you're a pitcher. 13 days is a lot sometimes.
You know, he's a man of mystery. He does kind of his own deal.
And he issues a walk to start the ball game. The speedy Terang is aboard.
I think Ohtani right now, he likes his fastball. He liked it when he came out of the pen. Mostly fastballs in that at-bat, but a little wild with it so far.
Brings up Jackson Chourio. Good to see Chourio back in the lineup. He left yesterday's game with a hamstring cramp. He has had hamstring problems. Cost him a month of the regular season late in the season. And he actually locked up in the middle of an at-bat. He could not bend his right leg. And so he left the game in a 2-strike count. Blake Perkins picked up that at-bat. And there was a lot of worry that Chourio would not be able to come back here today, but he's back. We'll see how effective he is.
Unlike watching Mizorowski and Freeman battle that time clock, that pitch was thrown with 13 seconds left. He likes to get the ball and throw it.
0-2 the count to Jackson Chourio. And a foul ball. Emergency hack to hang in there. Brewers get their lead man on. It's only the 4th time in the previous 27 innings the Brewers have had a leadoff batter reach. And Frenchie, the approach of the Brewers is certainly up for discussion right now and criticism, the way it has gone in the first 3 games of this series. As Chourio strikes out, and Ohtani's first out is a K.
Well, he just pumped up and threw that ball right by him. A great fastball hitter is Chourio, but after the breaking ball is late on this pitch, up and away.
We've talked about it as see Christian Yelich comes up for the Brewers. We've talked about it, BA and Ronnie. There's been some big swings, some big hacks. You're facing this good of pitching. You know, to me, you tend to gotta see the ball in, try to work the counts. First time we've seen Bryce Terang go deep in a count like that. So, you know, for the Brewers, going to have to find a way to get some traffic and put some pressure on.
Terang is a base stealer at first. Yelich is the Brewers' highest paid player. He is the face of their franchise, and it has been a struggle for Christian Yelich. 1 for 11 in the series. His only hit was an infield hit yesterday in his first at bat. Struck out 3 times after that, and a little topper foul.
kind of the theme of his at-bats. He's got a lot of rollover in his game. When Christian Yelich is right, he's foul pole to foul pole, line drives.
Yeah, he hits the ball up the middle really well, that left center gap.
Yelich with 29 homers during the regular season. He drove in over 100 this year.
Great call for the strike there from Adam Beck.
Adam Beck in his first championship series. And that one just hit the corner. Looked like a good call, albeit delayed. 2-2 now. And Yelich, a foul ball.
You know, you really want your foundation, Frenchie, I know, to be in your legs. But I feel like when I watch Christian Yelich, he's almost like leaning backwards when he swings.
It's almost like hitting uphill.
Yeah.
You can't get that backside through to get that extra whip through the zone. You ever heard the kind of the phrase, you're stuck? He looks stuck right now.
Yelich, a former MVP back in 2018, the year the Dodgers and the Brewers met in the NLCS. That's a called strike 3. Ohtani paints with a 100-mile-an-hour fastball. And back-to-back strikeouts, one swinging, one looking.
Well, when I see good hitters making out on a fastball on the corner, a pitch that you should swing at, then I feel like you're, as a hitter, when you're scuffing, you're guessing.
Yeah.
After a leadoff walk, 2 Ks, here is Contreras. First ball swinging, he fouls one away. Oh, the fastball command of Ohtani. After that opening walk, he is placing it right where Will Smith wants it. Contreras with 2 homers this postseason. They both came in the Cubs series in the division series. And a spinner from Ohtani, that sweeper. One of the 7 pitches he has in the toolbox.
And I never think of this Brewers club as a club that strikes out a lot. They're striking out a lot in this series.
What a start. There's no one like him. He's got to race off the mound after he strikes out 3 in a row. He's got to get ready to hit. Doesn't even go into the dugout. All of his equipment, the toe guard, the batting gloves, the elbow guard. There's a lot going on when Ohtani pitches and hits. He is the pitcher and the DH. The Ohtani rule is in effect. And Sho-Hei Ohtani to face Jose Quintana to start the bottom of the first inning. And Quintana does not get that call. This is the other end of the spectrum, the pitching spectrum from Sho-Hei Ohtani. Jose Quintana is a command pitcher. Stylish left-hander, now at age 36 in his 14th major league season. He was a Met last year, Ronnie. You saw plenty of him, and he was great against the Brewers in the wild card series.
He was good all season long. He's one of those guys that is Mr. Dependability. 11 wins for the team, ERA under 4. He matches that athleticism with intelligence when he's out there on the mound. I think firing 1 in per at bat against Ohtani is smart, but most of the time live away with those breaking balls.
2 balls and a strike. Quintana will get into a lot of deep counts. He's going to be working the edges, trying to get a team, Frenchie, that doesn't chase much to try to just entice them to do more than they want to do.
He's going to try to live on the margins, but like Max Scherzer last night in Toronto, the Brewers hoping Quintana can kind of turn back the clock for one night.
Native of Colombia, one of the most accomplished pitchers from Colombia.
This seems counterintuitive, but the less velocity you have as a pitcher, the more you have to make sure each and every fastball you throw hits, plays.
And you heard Lauren's report. He is known across the game as one of the great gamers in Major League Baseball. Made 3 starts in the postseason a year ago. His last one against the Dodgers in Game 4 of the LCS. And there goes Ohtani. Sho-Hei lighting up the highlights already. It's a leadoff home run after he struck out 3 in the top of the first, and the Dodgers lead it 1-0. He hit 55 in the regular season, a Dodger record. And he's gone deep for the third time this postseason, his first of the championship series.
You know, guys, 3 for 29 in the DS and CS. At some point, you knew it was going to snap out in a big way. 3-2, a slurve, 117 off the bat, 446.
And now Mookie Betts into left field, a base hit. Clean single to left following the Ohtani home run. And the Dodgers have this big crowd up and loud quickly.
Looked like a little backdoor breaking ball that flipped over the shortstop's head. When a guy like Ohtani is struggling, when you ask guys on the bench, you know what they say? Somebody's going to pay.
Yeah,
That's right. There's a tax.
No visiting manager ever wants to talk about it.
Been a lot of talk made about the intentional walks to Ohtani as Will Smith on the first pitch. Perkins coming in, can't get it. Knocks it down. Betts on his way to third. And the Dodgers come out swinging here in the bottom of the first. 3 straight hits. Smith in ambush mode. First and third, nobody out.
Well, again, if you've noticed this series, the Brewers outfielders play a little bit deeper too, and you can see Perkins trying to get the angle on that, but the ball just kind of died on him.
He got a late jump on it as well.
Quintana will have to call on all those years to try to calm down right now. This place is hot. As Freddie Freeman. Did he go? He did not. He checks his swing.
Well, BA, they've tipped their hands. The right-handed hitters are going to be swinging. They don't want to get to any of the breaking stuff. Every fastball they see, they're going to launch.
Freddie Freeman. 1 homer, 1 RBI in this championship series. That was in game 1. After being shut out with the long ball in the wild card series against the Reds, which the Dodgers won 2 in a row and eliminated Cincinnati. And then a 4-game series with the Phillies, winning 3 out of 4 to eliminate Philadelphia in the division series. There's a strike.
I know the Brewers haven't scored a lot. They would trade a double play for a run here. Yeah. They really would. Just to kind of settle down Quintana, the Brewers, kind of a restart.
2 balls and a strike. 2-2 on Freeman. And a swing and a miss. Quintana strikes him out. Stuck with a fastball. That's a big out.
Yeah, and right here to Ohtani, it was a 3-2 slurve, and you can see those are the ones you want to start middle, in on the end of the plate. That one started in the inner half, and that's right into the sweet spot of his swing.
He's had 2 leadoff home runs this postseason. Did it against Cincinnati in game 1 of that wild card series. Has hit 3 homers now. Had a 2-homer game in the first game of that wild card series. Here's Tommy Edman now. Switch hitter. Takes a strike. Edmonds had a nice run in this championship series. He was the MVP of the NLCS against Quintana's Mets last season. That one's on the ground, through for a base hit. In to score is Betts. Smith on his way to third, and Tommy Edman continues to rake. It's an RBI single. It is 2-0 Los Angeles. Edmonds got 6 RBIs in 10 games of this postseason.
I think that was just a changeup. And Edmonds just stayed back on it nice. Again, when you have that approach, right, of I'm not scared to go to right field, you wait on it and you drive it up the middle.
Where was his RBI hit yesterday?
Same thing, right up the middle.
Teoscar Hernandez will be next. It's an early visit to the mound by the Brewers pitching coach Chris Hook. Jose Quintana is 16 pitches into this game. He's given up 4 hits and 2 runs. A reminder that T-Mobile, the best network in the game, is now the best network in America. First and third, 1 away for Teoscar Hernandez, who has been the top run producer for the Dodgers this postseason. 10 RBIs thus far in his previous 9 games. That's a bouncer foul, just missed the bag. A couple of notes defensively for the Brewers. They've got a slick fielding first baseman in Jake Bauers, who gets his first start at first base. And they put their best outfielder in center field in Blake Perkins. And they know the ball is going to be put in play. This has been one of the better defensive teams in baseball. Right off the end of the bat, Bauers coming in. He'll put the tag on Hernandez. Going to bring in another run. It's the second out, an RBI for Hernandez. It is 3-0 Los Angeles. And Teoscar Hernandez with 11 RBIs now.
Well, and just the ability, right, we talk about, to put the ball in play. And early in the game like this, you'll stack as many runs as you can.
He was trying to go that way the entire at bat. Gets lucky with the dribbler, but it works.
Dodgers have not hit a lot. Their overall numbers don't jump off the page, but they've been great situational hitters. Feels like they're beating the Brewers at the Brewers game. Max Muncy's had a couple of key hits, including a home run in game 2. Key home run that knocked Freddie Peralta, the Brewers ace, out of game 2. That made it at the time a 3-1 game. Brewers are in a hole early, 3-0. Runner at second base in Edmond as Muncy takes a ball.
That's the thing too, against good hitters like this, you get behind 2, your margin for error is so small. And against a guy like Muncy now, he's going to keyhole him. Lefty, righty, it doesn't matter. You're ahead 2-0 and you're looking for a certain pitch.
2-0 the count on Muncy. High fly ball to right. That'll stay playable for Sal Frelick. Muncy just missed it. Frelick makes the catch, a little wobbly under that one, but he puts it away, and the inning is over. And Sho-Hei Ohtani gave them what they're looking for here at Dodger Stadium. After he struck out 3 in the first, he goes deep. A leadoff home run in the bottom half. Dodgers put 3 on the board.
I'm going for gold, never the bronze. I'm breaking the mold. I am LeBron, going for rings. Don't do what I'm told. Never the slow.
Customers can get a live home run boost. Download the app. Use the promo code HEAT when you sign up. DraftKings Sportsbook, the crown is yours. Sho-Hei Ohtani, what a start. After a leadoff walk on the mound, he strikes out the next 3 batters, rushes back to his dugout, and then steps in as the leadoff man, and a leadoff homer, his second of this postseason. Dodgers add 2 more, get RBIs from Edmond and Teoscar Hernandez. 3-0 LA. Jake Bauers, a swing and a miss. Ohtani's fastball is humming along to start this game. He's already hit triple digits. And the 1-1. Bauers hits it sharply. Freeman, a Gold Glover right there. Out number 1. And let's send it down to Lauren Shehadi.
Brian, after that opening walk in the first, Ohtani putting the baseball exactly where he wants it. And Dave Roberts told me today, starts and ends there with fastball command for Sho-Hei. He also said, look at his curveball. If it's the way it was against Philly in the division series, remember, Frenchie, it's going to be special. Top to bottom, neutralizer for the lefties. We'll keep an eye.
Yeah, remember that, Lauren? We had that great view of Brandon Marsh laughing, smiling after one of those 3-2 curveballs struck him out. That's how good it was.
Oh, Sal Frelick fouls that one off his foot. Drops him in a heap. Ohtani got stronger in that game against the Phillies because he started to open up his repertoire a little bit, and it seemed like everything he went to was effective. That one right on the ankle ball.
Yeah, the inside part of the ankle. He has no guard on his ankle or shin. Mask guy. Figured that. More Murph is probably, well, I mean, if you can't play it, get someone else to play for you. You know, to egg him along.
He's football mentality. That's why he loves Sal Frelick so much. Frelick,
football and hockey,
was a football player and a star quarterback. And I don't even think Frelick even acknowledged Pat Murphy around that discussion. Guys, if you're the Brewers right now, you got to feel like the whole world is crashing on you. I mean, foul balls off your ankles, the way the Dodgers are dominating from the mound, the fact that you're down 3-0 in the first inning. Pitching staff has taken on water as well. Frelick, a little flare, long run for Betts. He is there for out number 2. And I know that mindset is easy to get into in a series of playoff baseball, but getting out of it is a different story. And I think that's the biggest concern for Pat Murphy and his staff right now.
He threw a couple of cutters there to Frelick in that at bat. You're so right, and especially coming off a division series where they scored 11 of their 23 runs were in the first inning. They were the one that were taking advantage of the first.
You just go back, even watching Sal Frelick, right? We've seen him a lot this year. Seen him on Tuesday nights. The big swing right there, almost back legging it, like you just against this pitching staff. We talked about earlier, Ronnie. You knew it when you pitched to certain guys. You knew they were going to be big, and when they were, it was right into what you wanted to do.
Right. Well, this guy wasn't big last night. He was their best hitter, Caleb Durbin.
Caleb Durbin put together a nice game 3. Had 2 hits, had a triple and a double. He's 3 for 9 in this NLCS. He's a rookie. He'll get some votes for Rookie of the Year this year. Ohtani's got him down, a ball and 2 strikes.
See how he kind of came from the side there, gave him a little different look, kind of crossfire throwing across his body.
2 outs in the second. Durbin trying to reach. And Ohtani deals, hits the mound. Big bouncer out to Tommy Edman. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Sho-Hei Ohtani, a shutdown inning. Capital One Rewards card holders, you can redeem your rewards for tickets to the MLB postseason on Capital One Entertainment. Visit CapitalOne.com/entertainment for more information. Sun setting in Southern California. Beautiful night here on a Friday night. Game 4 of the National League Championship Series. And the Dodgers have been the dominant performers in this postseason, especially in this championship series as they try to repeat as champions of baseball for the first time in 25 years. Kike Hernandez leads off for LA. Jose Quintana back on the mound for Milwaukee. Great interview with Kike Hernandez on our pregame show today. The guys at the desk all went around the horn as Kike Hernandez was taking batting practice. And man, did he drop some inspirational, motivational speech-like material. You could see why his teammates love him so much. He talked about elevating his game in the postseason. Loved the way he discussed the approach. And yes, they have a big payroll. Yes, they have superstar players. But the Dodger players sense the moment, and they've been through this so often. They know when it's time to move a runner or go first to third or try to steal a base. They can certainly slug with the best of them, but when they recognize that slugging is not going to be part of the equation, they go and do the little things well.
We're actually laughing, right? Because what he was kind of saying, you almost want to say the Brewers hitters need to listen to this. I mean, you think about it, Betts with the single, Smith up the middle, Edman up the middle.
1-2 the count.
Dave Roberts is going to keep those words and try to use them in February when they go to spring training so that he gets a full 6 months of that.
He won't listen to that.
He's going to say, Kike, do you want to listen to that starting March 28th next year?
Totally different player in the postseason, Kike Hernandez. 1-2 the count. Lead man in the Dodgers second, and Hernandez, a little lazy fly ball to right. Sal Frelick playing deep and makes the catch for out number 1. Well, there is activity in the Brewer bullpen. It's been a familiar theme with multiple pitchers trying to find a hot pitcher. That's Chad Patrick now loosening for Pat Murphy. The leash will be short. It has to be with Jose Quintana. The Brewers are already down 3-0.
You know, for Quintana, who's your 4th or 5th starter during the regular season, if this was a regular season game, hitters in the 6, 7, 8, 9 category, that's where you can sometimes, okay, I made some big mistakes in the first inning. Let me kind of figure it out as they make the turn over to Ohtani, and it won't happen here. He might face Ohtani, but that would probably be it.
Yeah, at this point now, traffic starts to get on it. Chad Patrick's in this ball game.
Yeah. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Andy Pages. Pages had a great year, 27 homers, outstanding center fielder, one of the best throwing arms in the game in center field. Struggled at the plate here, though. He's 3 for 32, but it was his batted ball that ended up as the winner for the Dodgers in the division series here at Dodger Stadium in Game 4 on a throwing error by the pitcher Orion Kerkering. Now the Dodgers trying to eliminate another team as fast as they can. They're looking for a sweep. Been a long time since the Dodgers had a sweep in a 7-game series. Got to go all the way back to 1963. That is rare indeed. Series at this level. 1-2 the count. Joey Ortiz backhands it. Got a great arm, and he makes a play, and Pages is retired. On this day, 1 year ago, we take you back. NLCS Game 4, Quintana as a Met. Sho-Hei Ohtani sends one out. And a repeat performance here tonight in the first inning. Got a hanger and a banger into the bleachers in right field. The Dodgers score 3 runs in the first. The Brewers have scored 3 runs in this series.
It's a mistake by the veteran Quintana. In this series, in the Philadelphia series, he's chasing, breaking balls away. He's chasing everything.
Yeah.
So to throw in the strike zone makes no sense once you get that first strike on Ohtani.
First pitcher to hit a leadoff homer in MLB history. Technically classified as a pitcher slash DH. That is the Ohtani rule. That's a new rule, and it's only for Ohtani once he came into the major leagues. And what that really means is when the Dodgers take him out of a game as a pitcher, he can still remain in the game as the designated hitter. 2 players in 1.
Does that rule just go away when he retires?
Somewhere Brooks Kieschnick is saying, why did they have the Brooks Kieschnick?
Yeah.
Well, the former Brewer.
Certainly, Ohtani's going to inspire a lot of 10, 12, 13-year-olds to.
Can they do it though?
That's the good. Listen, we all did it for a while, and then we're like,
then we were told you got to pick.
Do it. Yeah.
1-2 on Ohtani. See what Quintana has in mind. And a spinner that misses. By the way, the last pitcher to homer in a postseason was Brewers Dodgers in 2018, and a very famous home run by Brandon Woodruff off Clayton Kershaw. Pitchers don't hit any longer, other than Ohtani, which is the reason for the bulk of that. DH in both leagues. Full count. 2 outs in the second. Quintana could use a scoreless inning here. And that one just missed. Ohtani draws the walk. We welcome you over from FS1, finishing up Mariners Blue Jays, and what a game that was. 6-2 the final. The Mariners win it. Eugenio Suarez with a couple of homers, including a grand slam, go-ahead grand slam in the 8th inning. Mariners up 3-2 in that series as they go back to Toronto and Rogers Center for Game 6. They got a thriller going in the American League.
Yeah, that game was very close, though, until that big hit by Suarez.
And I guess 2-1, and the big dumper hit one to tie it up.
Cal Raleigh, what a year he had.
What a series they've got going.
Yeah.
You've missed some fireworks if you're just coming to us on TBS. Sho-Hei Ohtani with a leadoff home run.
Oh, no.
Dodgers scored 3 runs in the first on 4 hits. After Ohtani had struck out 3 in a row to finish off the first. Betts had a single. Smith's a single. Tommy Edman an RBI single, and then Teoscar Hernandez with an RBI ground out. And Ohtani has retired 6 straight on the mound after his leadoff walk.
I'd say, too, man, this crew very aggressive on the check swing.
Yeah.
You check swing, you're going down.
Chad Fairchild is the first base umpire tonight. He's the guy that was in left field and made that amazing call, that eagle-eye call in Game 1 on that wild 8-6-2 double play. If not for his call, he is not going to create as much chaos. Betts sends one to center field. Playable for Blake Perkins. And that will retire the side. Quintana needed that. He puts up a 0, works around a 2-out walk. Brewers coming to bat. We go to the 3rd. It's 3-0 LA. Back tomorrow night for Game 5 of this NLCS. The Brewers and Dodgers. Sunday, the Mariners and the Blue Jays will resume after the Mariners get back to winning ways. They won the first 2 games on the road in Toronto. Blue Jays won the next 2. Seattle wins tonight. That's an excellent series going on in the American League. It'll be on FS1. Joe Davis, John Smoltz, Ken Rosenthal, Tom Verducci. And our pals over at Fox will have that call on FS1. Dodger Stadium is lively tonight. Sho-Hei Ohtani made sure it was from the jump. He's already homered. His 3rd leadoff home run in the postseason in his 2 years as a Dodger. And he's back on the mound. He's retired 6 in a row after a leadoff walk to Terang. Facing Blake Perkins to start this 3rd inning.
So his first inning, he struck out 3 batters, went up to bat, hit one, 116 miles an hour, 446 feet. That's all.
And we talk about it so often, and it's just coming in waves now that you don't want to forget how special this truly is to be in the Sho-Hei Ohtani era. I mean, you think about Babe Ruth, and of course the lore of Babe Ruth. He was obviously a great pitcher before he became a great hitter, but nobody's doing what Sho-Hei Ohtani is doing right now in the history of baseball.
I saw somewhere where the great CC Sabathia got in trouble by some of his teammates because after seeing him for an inning, first time in person, he said he's going to be the best player for a long time in this game.
I mean, he will continue to win the MVP awards because he's always at the top turnbuckle with his offense. And then you just throw in 100 innings, you know, next year 100 plus.
He's coming back from elbow surgery. He's had multiple surgeries on that pitching elbow. That's why he missed the first half of the season, Ohtani. And then he came back, made 14 starts. He pitched to a 2.87 ERA. As Blake Perkins, a patient at bat, draws the walk. And speed at first base to start this 3rd inning. Down to Lauren.
And Brian, the pitching has just been so elite for Los Angeles in all these 4 games, and that's part of Pat Murphy's frustration. He said, if you told me the Dodgers would score 10 runs in 3 games, what would the series be at? I'd say 2-1 us or 1-2 them. No way I would say we'd be down 0-3. The Dodgers just bringing out the worst in us. We're outside our body, and if it happens in May, it's a bad series. If it happens in October, it's heightened.
Yeah, I agree, Lauren, and I think to add to that, sometimes offensively, you almost got to get to a point where it's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
You got to stop trying so hard. We talk about these hitters. Everybody's trying to get the big hit. And, you know, do what Perkins did right there.
I would not even spend a second talking about how good the Dodger pitching is. I'd spend a lot of time talking about how good we were. You know, you scored 3 runs, third most runs in baseball. I know you're down 3-0. I'd run. I'd be aggressive, even down 3 runs. If you're going to go down like the Kansas City Royals when they were down to the Oakland Athletics in the 2014 wild card.
These are the aces for the Dodgers leading up to Ohtani tonight. Only 2 runs allowed between those 3 stars. Snell, Yamamoto, both pitched in Milwaukee. Glasnow in the shadows yesterday with 5 2/3 innings. I mean, the numbers are overwhelming. And they keep coming at you with aces. Ohtani being the 4th in the group. 0-2 the count, and Joey Ortiz takes a ball. Number 9 hitter here for Milwaukee. Just 2 for 18 in the series, or in the postseason, I should say. 0 for 5 in the series. And a swing and a miss, and Ohtani picks up his 4th strikeout. He goes upstairs. Ortiz chases the ball, and it's out number 1.
Just that 4-seamer, top of the zone. The Milwaukee's Brewers offense in this entire series, that has been a theme for their pitchers, for their hitters, sorry. The fastball up in the zone, out of the strike zone, especially the one by Turang, right, to end the game in game 1.
Bryce Turang, leadoff man tonight for the Brewers. Second time around against Ohtani. Ohtani didn't get that pitch, that big curve. And a fastball through the heart.
Muncy with the threat of the bunt has the play in front of the bag on the grass.
Defensive swing, big fastball.
Well, you saw the 1-0 take, right? 99 down the middle. Then that. It's kind of what you were saying even with Yelich, like you get in between where you're almost guessing, and against a guy like Ohtani, it's going to be tough to conquer that beast.
Here's a 1-2 outside. Turang, Southern California kid. He grew up in this area, in the LA area. Corona, Santiago High School. Signed out of high school, was a first rounder by the Brewers. Dreamed of playing big games at Dodger Stadium. Son of a former major leaguer, Brian Turang. Had some time with the Mariners. He's been struggling himself. Did draw a walk in the first, just 1 for 11 in this series. His lone home run in the postseason, Turang, came in game 5 of the division series against the Cubs. It was a put-away punch.
Ohtani has 7 pitches total, but you can't cover the 7 pitches. So you have to hit off the fastball. If he throws you a good breaking ball, you're not going to hit it anyway, but you have to hit off 99 or 100 or you have no chance.
Always loads up the splitter, whether he throws it or not. That's his starting place. And Turang into left field, slicing. Hernandez is there. Perkins off the bag and out. It's a double play and a base running blunder by Blake Perkins. It is just the way it's going for Milwaukee, and the Dodgers have their foot on the gas. A perfect running throw by Kike Hernandez, inning over. Get more with Geico.
Look at Perkins on first. So he's going, but you can see he's looking. You got to look right there, and you see Hernandez coming in knowing, and it just took him forever to get back.
On the third part of that, if you're running and the first baseman's on the inside part of the bag, get your body in that lane. Maybe it'll hit you in the back to help you if you're having trouble getting back to first. A lot of things in there.
Blake Perkins is one of the best base runners the Brewers have. He's one of their best defenders. And he is having a rough night to start this game. That was a big double play and a great throw by Kike Hernandez. Looking like an infielder throwing off one leg. Will Smith leads off here in the Dodger half of the third inning. Quintana back out. Put up a 0 in the second. Dodgers' first 3 batters in the first scored. Ohtani, Betts, and Smith all had hits to start the game. 4 of the first 5 batters had hits for LA.
And the thing for Perkins too, he had a nice AB count 1-2. Ohtani came all the way back. See right here, as a base runner, right there, he sees it. You got it. You got to just put slam on the brakes and get back.
And get to the inside if you can.
Base camp presented by T-Mobile. Perfect throw from Hernandez. Let's not discount the great play either.
Yeah, the great play.
Smith's going to dump one into right field, a base hit. Just serves one into right for his second hit.
We said it last night. Smith's at-bats are getting better and better and better.
Again, 2 strikes, right? He kind of takes what they give him. You see that? I mean, that's all he was trying to do right there was poke it through. You had terrain playing on the second base bag pretty much, so he's got that whole area besides Bauer.
Coming back from a fractured hand. Cost him most of September. Now Freddie Freeman with a lead man on. Freeman a strikeout victim his first time up.
So with Quintana, the right-handed hitters, 90% of the pitches you face are going to be middle plate away. So Smith goes with it. Smart hitting.
Freddie Freeman was trying to join the home run party there.
Took one for himself.
Yeah, he was like, I'm going to get selfish here.
Dodgers are in peak performance mode right now. They built to this. They had a disappointing regular season as Freeman drives one in the gap right center. Frelick over to cut it off. Smith on his way to third base. And Freddie Freeman backs up Will Smith. Back-to-back singles to start the third.
Four-seamer is supposed to be away. Freddie gets it before it gets it outside corner. It's a little up in the strike zone. That's why he handled it.
And Pat Murphy's going to make the change. Milwaukee got to the end of their pitching staff. Tried to roll out Jose Quintana tonight to help him get through it. He struggles. He'll exit here in the third.
Of baseball and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent.
Pitching change here as we bring you inside the booth, presented by AT&T. Brian Anderson with Jeff Francoeur and Ron Darley. Ronnie, the Dodgers last 29 games, they've won 23 of them. They're 8-1 in this postseason. The freight train is starting to roll once again for LA.
Won 18 of their last 26 postseason games too. They need Chad Patrick. The Milwaukee Brewers need him to be the Chad Patrick from the division series when he threw 4 perfect innings of baseball. He got touched up in Milwaukee for a home run in game 1 from Freddie Freeman.
So Patrick will enter. Tommy Edman at the plate. First and third. First ball swinging. And it is hooking foul. Tommy Edman is in the Jeff Francoeur model of hitting right now.
Well,
he is hacking.
Look, he's got guys on the pond. Look what he's done right there with the Dodgers in his postseason career. I mean, he's not this superstar, hits balls 450 feet, but just like last night, first pitch with a runner in scoring position, early contact. Professional hitter.
And he's up there hacking again on the cut fastball. 0-2 the count. Tommy Edman, the son of a coach, Southern California. He's from the San Diego area. His dad, John, was his varsity high school baseball coach in San Diego. Dave Roberts raves about Tommy Edman, that He's a coach's son, and you can tell. He is low maintenance. He knows he's good, but you don't have to tell him he's good. He had 4 postseason appearances with the Cardinals and was a good player with St. Louis, but his game is elevated as a Dodger.
Some injuries took him out of action when he was a Cardinal, and they felt as though they could send him on his way, and the Dodgers were so happy to acquire him.
Had an ankle injury late in the year. Cost him a good chunk of the month of September. It's one of the reasons Edman is not playing in the outfield right now. He's only on the dirt as an infielder because of that ankle.
Chad Patrick, who in 2024 International League Pitcher of the Year, 14-1 ERA under 3, came up and made 23 starts for this Brew Crew this summer.
Patrick deals and a called strike 3. Backdoor cutter, and he strikes out Tommy Edman for the first out.
Ronnie, I remember watching y'all up in Chicago, or was it Milwaukee? In Milwaukee, game 5, he threw this exact pitch right here to strike out Ian Hampton in that 7th.
You're right. That is one of his to-go pitches. Since he's come out of the bullpen, there's been an uptick in his velocity, which has been a big thing for Patrick.
Indiana native Chad Patrick, former Brewers minor league pitcher of the year. Started the year with the Brewers in the rotation and really helped patch that rotation together where they had 6 of their top 8 starters injured. And then as they got healthy, Patrick was the odd man out, went back to the minor leagues, started to develop a little more on his ancillary pitches. He's always had the cutter. Started throwing a bit of a sweeper, something slower, a change of pace breaking ball.
Out of the pen, you're going to see the fastball, the cutter, the sinker, and the sweeper.
Hernandez fouls that one away. Teoscar with great power to the opposite field, always looking to thump one that way.
7 home runs in these last 2 postseasons. He's not the star you always talk about with the Dodgers, but he has star quality.
He has performed when the lights have been the brightest. He bet on himself signing with the Dodgers on a 1-year deal last year, turned that into a 3-year contract. Patrick deals, and a foul ball got him chasing. 1-2 the count on Teoscar Hernandez.
Freeman, usually a very smart base runner. He'll steal one on you every once in a while, but Patrick's been very quick to the plate.
Yeah.
Teoscar, longtime Blue Jay, was a Mariner prior to his time here with Los Angeles. And a swing at a miss. Chad Patrick strikes him out on that breaking ball. That big curve and back-to-back Ks for Chad Patrick.
Does a little hop bring a little luck? Catch the game like never before with AI from Google Cloud.
Ronnie, that's the pitch that has the Brewers so excited about Patrick, the one he went down to work on and try to develop as a finishing pitch in the minor leagues this year. The experience he's getting now, pitching in the postseason, these big moments, certainly will be a factor to be in the rotation next year for Milwaukee.
He's got all the gifts to be a real capable starter for this team. And that added breaking ball, of course, is going to increase that. Like you said, anytime you pitch in the postseason, he's going to bring all that experience to Arizona in February.
He's trying to get out of this 3rd inning. The Dodgers threaten with runners at the corners. Max Muncy flew out to right. And a ground ball gloved by Bowers. Nice play. He'll go to the bag. And the inning is over, and Chad Patrick comes on to put the blanket on it. 3-0 Dodgers after 3. We go to the 4th. Jackson Chourio, Christian Yelich, William Contreras coming up for the Brew Crew. Chip Series is presented by Loan Depot. What a sunset tonight in Southern California. Friday night, game 4 of this NLCS. Sho-Hei Ohtani back on the mound. Jackson Chourio leads off for Milwaukee.
Chourio just missed the breaking ball in his first at bat.
I'll tell you, if the Brewers are able to score a couple, get back in this thing, and go on and force a game 5, that job Chad Patrick just did right there, that had the ability to blow open the game right there. The Dodgers.
He did what Mazeroski did yesterday.
Shut it down.
Yeah, first and third, nobody out, and Patrick gets through it, retiring Edman, Hernandez, and Muncy. Meanwhile, Ohtani has allowed 2 base runners, 2 walks. He walked Turang to start his night, and then a leadoff walk to Blake Perkins last inning. Perkins was eliminated on a double play on a fly ball out to left. Great throw from Kike Hernandez, made it a 3-batter inning in the third. Chourio sends one down the left field line. That ball is going to be 1 hop and out. An automatic double for Jackson Chourio. Just kept it fair. It is a short porch down there, and he narrowly missed a solo home run to start the 4th.
Well, he got a curveball right there and was able to stay back just enough and put it right down in that corner. And out of all the Brewers hitters this series, he hasn't had much to show for it, but he's squared up about 6 or 7 balls this series.
Got slightly jammed on that, but kept it fair impressively. That one left the bat at 88 miles an hour. And here's Christian Yelich now. The Brewers with a scoring chance against Ohtani. Yelich hits it sharply. Chourio on his way to third. And Betts makes the play for out number 1. Productive out, putting a runner at third with 1 out. Your team, your players, your postseason. Follow all the postseason action. Download the MLB app, the #1 app for live baseball. Here is William Contreras now with 1 away.
I wasn't sure that Chourio was going to go on that. Remember, we know he has tremendous speed, but he's had the bad hamstring. Last night he had the cramp, but he made a beautiful read because that ball was scalded to Mookie, who was playing right behind Chourio.
I wondered at first if Betts maybe was going to take a look and go to third, but I think with the 3-0 lead, you take the out.
Scoreboard always tells you what to do. So you're got your lead right there. Mookie's right behind you. Ball's hit hard, but it's still right behind you, so it's the right play.
And you see Muncy pointing to first. Great job by Max.
Ohtani drops a breaking ball in for a strike. 1-1 on Contreras. Strikeout victim in the first inning. It ended the inning with a runner at first. One of the 3 strikeouts in that first inning. And Contreras gets jammed. That's a foul ball. Might be playable. Freeman gives it a look. Just out of his reach into the netting.
And this is what we talk about situational baseball, right? I mean, even a ground ball anywhere in the infield right here scores a run.
There hasn't been a lot of chances for the Brewers, but they have had some of these situational events that they have not been able to take advantage of.
Something they were so good at in the regular season.
Infield's back. It's just begging to give you a run.
And for them right now, just to cut it a little bit and build that momentum. Patrick got you out of that inning and cut it a little bit closer.
Ohtani deals, and a swing and a miss. Contreras strikes out. Ohtani picks up a big out on a K. Chourio stays put at third base. 2 men gone now in the 4th.
This one's in the other batter's box. Starts on the outside corner. Has about 12 inches of break. Again, he dropped down just ever so slightly.
Here's Jake Bauers. Bauers has made a nice play at first.
You know, Lauren was saying in a previous game too, when Yamamoto pitched, Will Smith likes to keep that glove in the strike zone so that the pitcher has a view of it. Well, he does the same with Ohtani.
And he ties up Bauers. 99 on his hands. Bauers had made up his mind. And it's a ball and 2 strikes. Ohtani a chance to get out of this inning. There's a fastball. It looked like it had some cut to it. Bowers has been one of the few hot hitters for the Brewers. And a swing and a miss. Ohtani strikes him out on a splitter. Brewers get a runner at third and one out and cannot score. Ohtani keeps the 0 on the board. First tee off in the inaugural Capital One MLB Open at Shadow Creek. November 18th at 9:30 Eastern. It's on TNT. It streams on HBO Max. Go to MLB.com/golf for more details. Frenchie didn't make the cut this year. He's going under the knife run. He's going to be on the IL for a while after the postseason.
Got a bad hip, guys.
It's for the old dudes, isn't it?
Yeah,
They're young, Frenchie.
I'll be back. Don't worry.
Can't get through an airport, but he'll be back. Kike Hernandez will lead off for LA. Hernandez, Pages, then Ohtani coming up. Chad Patrick starts a clean inning. What a job he did to get out of the third. Brewers let a scoring chance go by, stranding a runner at third base after a leadoff double by Jackson Chourio. Oh, defensive swing.
When you are facing a hitter like Kike Hernandez, he's so far off the plate, so he's a diver. So what you have to do as a pitcher, you have to identify, can he cover that outside corner? And that's what Patrick did. He started on the outside corner and bent it off, and Kike had no chance.
1 ball, 2 strikes. And a called strike 3 with purpose. 96-mile-an-hour fastball on the corner.
You know, that was a perfect sequence of pitches. Threw the breaking ball first, the slider away, and then came back with the two-seamer that starts and comes back into the zone.
That first pitch set it all up.
That's right.
Made him conscious in and then opened away.
1 away for Andy Pages. Let's send it down to Lauren.
Clean inning for Chad Patrick, and Pat Murphy said Chad's been so vital to us because, Ron, you know this, you need a guy you can give the ball to in a clean inning, and you need a guy who can get you out of a jam, and if they're the same person like Chad is, it's invaluable.
You know, Lauren, what's great about it, though, Pat Murphy didn't know this is what he had in Chad Patrick when they put him on the roster. He was getting a little tired down the stretch from his 23 starts, but they knew they had a caged animal. When he comes in, he loves to just go right after the hitters. And because he's coming from the bullpen and not starting games, his stuff is playing a little hotter. Fastball's up a couple ticks, and all of his other pitchers are sharper.
1-2 to Pages, and he hits the same spot. Chad Patrick dialed in with that fastball. Back-to-back backwards Ks, and 2 men are gone for Ohtani as Michael Bublé rings through Dodger Stadium.
I mean, he kind of quick pitched him. He wasn't ready, and that was a big go sit down.
Ohtani, third time around. Homered in the first, his third leadoff home run in the postseason. Had one last year. He's had 2 this year. Walked his last time up. Each occasion he's been in a 3-2 count.
I like Adam Beck behind the plate so far. I got a phrase for it, hunting for strikes.
Yeah.
He's looking to call strikes.
So he's wearing mask cam for us as well. We always appreciate that. Gives us great looks from the home plate umpire. Oh! Adam Beck in his first championship series. This will be the end of the line for this group of umpires. Major League Baseball will pull from the Division Series umpires to make up their 6-man World Series umpiring crew. Which actually is a 7-man umpiring crew at the reserve.
Home plate Alan Porter from the 15-inning game should have an automatic invitation to the World Series.
Ronnie's making the note.
I'm making it. It doesn't matter, but I'm making it.
He was money. Oh my goodness! Sho-Hei Ohtani! Wow! Up and over the roof! A majestic blast! Ohtani dropped jaws everywhere, and it's 4-0 Dodgers.
Ronnie, I was just about to say 3-1 and walks, not the worst outcome here. 117 off the bat, 469 feet. He is the first Dodger to ever have 2 multi-home run games in the same postseason.
This was about as impressive as it gets. The bat flip, the one you could enjoy all the way around. What a majestic home run that was. My goodness. This crowd is still buzzing here at Dodger Stadium.
Oh. The sound in our booth was deafening.
For Mascam. We saw Kyle Schwarber hit one on top of the roof of the pavilion. They've already got a sign out there to mark that occasion. Schwarber's went 455. This was 469 according to StatCast. A little more into right center than Schwarber's.
Ohtani just said, hold my beer.
Man, that was unreal.
Watch where this goes. Frenchie, mark it.
It is.
It didn't even hit the top of the building.
No,
It's
it's
over.
Gone over the rooftop. Willie Stargell territory out there. Mookie Betts, high fly ball to left. Chourio settles under it. And that will retire the side. But memories being made tonight at Dodger Stadium in Game 4. If you're lucky enough to have a ticket, you can say you were here. Not one, but two. And the longest of them all, on top of the roof, over the pavilion in right center. Unreal. VP in that one too. The greatest player to ever play this game is on full display tonight. Dominating on the mound. 5 strikeouts through 4 innings. He's only allowed the 1 hit, and he has hit 2 majestic home runs. And that last one's going to be talked about for a long, long time around here. And they'll have a sign up on that pavilion ASAP. It took them just a couple of days to get the Schwarber sign together out there, and I'm sure they will expedite one of the many Ohtani signs to mark that moment.
Might have it by the time we leave tonight.
Very few players in the history of this game have gone up there. We saw Schwarber do it in the division series, and now Ohtani. Sal Frelick takes a ball.
When I was a kid and coming here with the Mets, and they would talk about the Willie Stargell home run up top of the pavilion during batting practice. Every player to a man, no way that happened. Because no one has pictures of it. No one, it wasn't on camera. The game wasn't played. Everyone to a man, no way that happened. Well, I just saw it happen.
2-2 to Sal Frelick. And how impressive is it? And you can see with Ohtani just trying to breathe and calm down, but the adrenaline that must be coursing through his veins when you hit a ball like this.
He's been doing this since he was 10 years old.
Frelick gets jammed. Pop up into shallow center field. Pages will put it away. Out number 1 here to start the 5th inning. 2025 MLB postseason is brought to you by T-Mobile, now the best network in America, and by Progressive Insurance. Keep your career moving forward. Visit careers.progressive.com. One of the things I love to do through all of my years in baseball is ask former major league pitchers what the longest home run they ever gave up. I feel like every time I've asked that question, I've gotten a quick answer. Chad Patrick is going to have his answer. It'll be game 4. Sho-Hei Ohtani of the NLCS. Ronnie, do you know the answer?
Chicago White Sox, 1991, pitching against Greg Hibbert, a little left-hander. 0-0 score through 7. The talented Bo Jackson came up. Talk about two sports. Bo Jackson comes up. First 2 times up, I struck him out on high fastballs. The third time, 479 to center field. Game ended 1-0. Tony La Russa after the game came in and just tossed the spread everywhere, throwing food there. How could you guys lose 1-0? Everywhere is I mean, the food is everywhere. The whole place is distraught. And all I could think to myself, in Chicago, they used to make this amazing macaroni salad. I'm like, I just pitched. I could really use a cup of macaroni salad.
Oh. I mean, good thing you didn't remember any details about that.
Well,
what's the longest home run you ever hit, Frenchie? Is that easily on the brain?
yes, I got one in Atlanta at Turner Field off Darren Oliver. Darren Oliver broke about 3/4 of my bats, but I finally got the bat out one time, and I think it was like 463.
Whoa. Is it a swing? It is. And it's a strikeout as Ohtani takes down Caleb Durbin. His 6th strikeout of the game. 2 outs in the 5th inning.
Split finger kind of sits on the inside of that zone. He thought maybe he was going to break back over the plate, but couldn't keep his bat back. So if you ever want to be a major league pitcher, kids, when you get to the big leagues and then you become my age, all you'll remember are the longest home runs you ever had.
Right. And then people like me asking you about it all the time.
That's all right. I just got over it like a couple of weeks ago.
Didn't sound like it, actually. You remember with vivid detail every inch of that.
It really was the macaroni salad.
Yeah, gotcha. Ohtani 0-1 to Blake Perkins.
Remember, Bo was only playing on 1 hit then. He hurt himself as a football player. Never mind. Still 479.
Ohtani in a 1-2 count. StatCast says it's the 3rd longest homer in Dodger Stadium history in the StatCast era. Ohtani, chance to come right back on the mound and put the Brewers down in order. He does so. 7 strikeouts. Sho-Hei Ohtani, what a player. We're all bearing witness to greatness tonight. Tonight, 4-0 Dodgers. Ohtani with 2 homers, and the second of which one of the more memorable postseason home runs in Dodger franchise history.
Oh yeah, by the way, 5 shutout innings.
Ohtani, more by the way, 7 strikeouts in those 5 shutout innings, only giving up 1 hit and 2 walks. Will Smith 2 for 2 tonight. Chad Patrick back on the mound for Milwaukee. StatCast era started in 2015, the measurable home runs, and Ohtani has 2 of the top 3. Giancarlo Stanton has the longest homer at Dodger Stadium in the StatCast era, 475. Ohtani had a 473 last year and a 469 footer tonight.
That makes sense, Giancarlo.
Yeah. And you talk about
probably got him in most stadiums.
Exit velocities about on par, as Smith would have cut it a miss.
Got a little off the end, Giancarlo.
Dodgers have 4 runs on 7 hits. Smith 2 for 2. He's now 6 for 13 in the NLCS. And he skies that one as Bowers eases back just a touch into foul ground. It is out number 1. Smith retired for the first time. You can wear what the players are wearing on field during the postseason. Check out the largest selection of authentic jerseys, caps, hoodies, tees, and more. Visit MLBshop.com for your favorite postseason team gear. back into that roof. That's where it landed. If you've ever had the privilege to come to Dodger Stadium and stood out there, it's shocking.
Someone's trying to relax, have a Dodger dog, milkshake. Here comes a ball whizzing by.
I had the best conversation with Freddie Freeman today with him and Jacob Mizorowski's standoff yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
And Freddie said, I've never done that in my life.
Well,
But
let's
he's
reset
like,
it for a second, because Mizorowski basically iced Freeman. Batters only get one timeout in an at-bat.
Iced him for about 12 seconds, and Freddie said, I was not giving in. I wasn't going to give him the satisfaction.
That ball's hit on the barrel to left. Back goes Churio, and he's got it.
I was not going to give him the satisfaction of calling the timeout. But he said, in the back of my mind, he had me all messed up. I was still, and I knew 103 was about to come at me. And he said, it's a little unsettling. And so he said, I purposely have never done it. I looked at the clock, waited the late seconds, and got in there.
I thought it was such a wise veteran move to try to take control of the at-bat back, and really was one of the key moments in the game yesterday when he drew the walk, started the rally up. That pitch clock is available 2 spots behind home plate and then 2 spots out in the outfield as well. So it's clearly visible for all players, no matter which way you're facing. As Tommy Edman turns and burns, and Frelick leaps and Sal Frelick makes the catch. What a play that was. Frelick on a last-minute stab, able to pull it down. Was a Gold Glove Award winner in the National League last year. He's a finalist this year, and he makes a brilliant catch and a 1-2-3 inning for Chad Patrick and the Brewers in the 5th. Chip Series presented by Loan Depot. Meeting at the mound, that's Mark Pryor, Dodger pitching coach. Will Ireton is the translator. The reason for the meeting at the mound, Ohtani's not injured. Brewers have announced a pinch hitter, and Isaac Collins will bat to start this inning. So as is the Dodgers' rhythm, which is unlike most teams, they do the scouting report meeting on the mound after Ohtani warms up, which makes it an official visit prior to.
Collins came in to hit in last night's game for Ortiz, as he usually does. Popped up the first pitch to the second baseman.
So Collins will get a pinch hit appearance. He'll stay in. Hitting for the shortstop, Joey Ortiz, here to start the 6th inning. Ohtani was a little unsettled in his start against the Phillies early. Gave up the 3 runs early. Dodgers got down. They ended up winning that game. Dramatic comeback in game 1 of the division series. But it didn't take Ohtani long to lock it down. Then he goes 13 days between those starts. And he has been on point from the 1st inning here tonight. He's got 7 strikeouts through 5 innings. And a little half swing by Collins. That is the splitter once again, and he strikes out Collins to start the 6th as we check in with Lauren.
And Brian, I was just thinking, we watched LA win last year with so many weapons out of the pen, and this year it's 7, 8, 9 from their starters. Brian, Dave said last season, I knew my starters weren't going to take down the most outs, and boy, what a luxury to have it the other way around. It's definitely less stress on my bot.
Now, he's been managing in the leisure seat.
Oh man!
In this series, when your starters are doing this.
I mean, the worst performance they had by a pitcher was Tyler Glasnow, who went 5 2/3 and only gave up a run.
Yeah, I mean, we sit there and see Dave Roberts' feet up on the bench. Here again tonight. Look, feet cooked up, relaxed,
chill.
Murph's walking up and down that dugout over.
Brian, I love what you were talking about that 3rd inning when he lost his control, gave up those 3 runs in Philly, and then pitched 4 more innings, right? And those 4 innings combined with the first 5 innings here before this inning, he has locked it down, even with the 13 days rest. 9 innings, 15 Ks, only 2 hits, and no runs.
1 and 2 on Terrain, and a swing and a miss. It's another strikeout, number 9 for Ohtani. He has struck out 4 consecutive Brewers.
I mean, usually these kind of games are reserved for Williamsport, but we got one going on right here in Dodger Stadium.
A short change of a strikeout, by the way. That's number 10 for Ohtani. I beg your pardon. And 4 in a row as Chourio into center field. Andy Pages settles under it. Sho-Hei Ohtani with his first 10 strikeout game as a Dodger. He is rolling through 6. Dodgers lead 4-0. Learn more at Genesis.com. And by Frigidaire, introducing the new line of ovens featuring stone-baked pizza mode, only from Frigidaire. Dodgers lead 4-0. Ohtani is the headliner tonight, as he typically is. He has not been swinging the bat all that well, but that has all changed. Collins stays into play left. That moves Chourio to right, Frelick to center, and then the new shortstop is Andrew Monasterio. Teoscar Hernandez takes a strike from Chad Patrick. See how long Ohtani is going to go in this one. Pitch count approaching 90. He's through 6. He has 10 Ks. He struck out 4 in a row at one point, and 6 of 7 between the 4th and the 6th inning. One ball, 2 strikes on Hernandez. Count evens at 2-2. Teoscar is 0 for 2, but he did have an RBI in the first. RBI ground out. And Patrick strikes him out for the first out of the inning.
Vanda Pharmaceuticals. Innovate in the service of people's pursuit of happiness.
Chad Patrick has come back from that buzzworthy home run, and he's retired 5 in a row since. He just picked up his 5th strikeout. And Max Muncy on the ground, snatched up by Terang, and there is out number 2.
What a job Chad Patrick's done, huh? Coming to this ball game, I mean, obviously we've talked about the Ohtani home run, but it's the only hit and run he's given up. He's covered 3 2/3 now.
There's a toughness about this young man.
Yeah.
You don't know him, but you can tell by the way he owns that mound when he's out there. There's no nervousness, anxiety.
Here's Kike Hernandez on the first pitch off the end of the bat. He pops it up. Long run in for Collins. And Chad Patrick rips right through the Dodgers batting order. 7-pitch inning. We are through 6 in game 4. Dodgers lead 4-0. Brewers coming up. The Diamonds, a diamond is forever. It is hard to say we are witnessing something for the first time in Major League Baseball, but that's it. Sho-Hei Ohtani dominating on the mound.
That's the guy.
In the game.
Look at our guy right there. that said it all.
I mean, those are big leaguers doing that. Those are Hall of Famers that are holding their head because they've seen something they've never seen in their baseball life.
10 Ks in 6 innings and 2 home runs from Ohtani and a walk. Been on base all 3 times. He faces Christian Yelich. We'll see how long Ohtani will go in this game now as he pitches in the 7th. He is now the 8th Dodger pitcher of the 10 games that they have started in this postseason to go at least 6 innings. They had just 2 last year. Alex Vesia is warming up with purpose in the Dodger bullpen. Backdoor cutter for a strike.
Yelich is going to say the pitch prior was the same pitch outside, and now you're going to call that one.
But as a hitter, man, that changes everything. 3-1 to 2-2, especially when you got Sho-Hei out there.
2-2 the count on Christian Yelich. Bounces it in.
Tried to throw the hardest split finger he's ever thrown.
Contreras due next. Ohtani's only given up one hit. That was a double off the bat of Churiel. And that's ball 4. There's a base runner. Ohtani wanted that call. Lets him know. Yelich reaches.
X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn all of your purchases into extraordinary trips. Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Now the Brewers down 4-0. Ohtani coming to the end of his pitch count, you would think. Dave Roberts said, I'm comfortable pushing Ohtani to 100 tonight. Want to let him go as far as we can.
He hasn't pitched in 2 weeks.
And it may be a while before he comes back around if the Dodgers win this one. Now, if the Brewers could mount some incredible comeback in the series, Dave Roberts opened the door that he could use Ohtani in a closing role at some point. That was one of the initial conversations we had when we started this championship series, and that is in play. And Ohtani wants to do that.
Well, if the Brewers aren't able to come back, that's going to be in play for the World Series.
0-2 the count on Contreras. Did he go? He did not. Checks his swing.
Ronnie, they might have heard you.
Chad Fairchild with the call. He had the right call. I thought he had the right call. Let's see. Oh, close. I go by the Wilbur-Flores rule. If it stays on, well, Wilbur did it in the 2021 season. It's a check.
I think Dave Roberts is going to get booed in a minute when he comes up to get Ohtani.
No, because it'll be his chance to give Ohtani his flowers. The people
there will be boos on the way out. I'm with you. He's going to hear it. Who wants this show to end in this ballpark?
This is what you do. You walk off with him. You just hold the ball. Hey, stay out here with me. We want to say wish good luck to Vesia when he comes out, and then they'll both walk out together.
2-2 to Contreras. He'll use his timeout. Well, time is running out for Milwaukee, but they've got a lead man on in the 7th inning, trying to come off the deck. Team that has been counted out all year long. They know what the narrative is. They've heard it before. They knew they were going to be the underdog in any series they competed in this postseason, even though they won 97 games this year and had the best record in all of baseball.
Yeah, they got a chance right here. It's 3-2. You got the whole right side open right here. You got to believe this is going away. If you're Contreras, try to poke it through.
3-2 pitch. Contreras up the middle in a base hit. Took that approach, Frenchie. Good call, and it's a single. And the Brewers now in business. 2 on, nobody out. And here comes Dave Roberts. And this place is going to roar when Ohtani walks off the mound.
Well, he had to throw a strike with the breaking ball, and he did. A good hitting by Contreras. And now the Brewers have their shot. This is their shot.
Philanthropic causes and mental wellness efforts by teams, players, and the league. To learn more, please visit MLBtogether.com. Just witnessed one of the greatest performances by a player in postseason history, both on the mound and at the plate. We bring you inside the booth, courtesy of AT&T. Aside from the Sho-Hei Ohtani performance, guys, as Ronnie said, going to break, this is the Brewers' moment right now.
It is. They got first and second. They're going to have Vaughn come in and pinch hit. And, you know, look, the one weak spot of this Dodgers this postseason has been the bullpen, and they get them now.
More importantly, they've changed the pitcher. They've got the hitter who had magic all season long. Andrew Vaughn, when they traded for him and he came up to the team on July 7th, hit a home run in his first at-bat against Yamamoto. The Brewers went on a tear, and he seemed to get, if not all the hits, it seemed like he got all the big hits they needed through those great runs of winning 14 in a row, 11 in a row, 9 in a row. This is it. This is the time to do it.
But this is where you got to control yourself as a hitter too. Single up the middle, single to right field is great. Keep the line moving. You'd love to get 4 this inning, but even to get 2 or 3 and get yourself within striking distance is what you have to do.
Brewers are down 3-0 in this series, on the brink of elimination, and they're down 4-0 in this game. Ohtani is out. Alex Vesia been excellent out of the Dodger bullpen. 2 on, nobody out to start the 7th. And Vaughn jumping on the first pitch, fouls it away.
The Brewers owned left-handed pitching this summer. 268 average as a team. That was the best in baseball. Vaughn had a lot to do with that once he was traded over from the White Sox.
Vesia, long pause, the 0-1, and that's a ball.
Vesia's 7th time pitching in the postseason, but only the 2nd time in this league championship series. Why? Well, the starters are going so deep in the game.
Vaughn was great against left-handed pitching in the regular season. Ended up in a platoon with Jake Bauers. That's how they roll with it tonight, as Vaughn chased a high one.
And that's the thing with Vesia. When you face him, you gotta see him down. He lives with that fastball on the top of the zone. Problem is, it looks good, it just stays there. If anything, it keeps rising. You gotta try to see him down in the zone.
It's 59 innings. He did give up 9 home runs.
1-2 to Vaughn. Went up there again. 2-2 the count. Andrew Vaughn pinch hitting for Jake Bauers here in the 7th. Ohtani goes 6 plus 2 batters. And Vaughn gets under one. Popped him up. Infield fly roll is the call. Mookie Betts will catch it. And there is out number 1 as we send it down to Lauren Sho-Hei.
Brian, Brewers have really captivated so many in baseball. Pat Murphy heard from Joe Torre today. He said, you've done the little things all year. Stay there. Be who you've always been. Dusty Baker texted Murph, said, some of your hitters are hitters. Just because they hit a home run doesn't mean they're sluggers. Be who you are. Frenchie, it got them this far.
It did, and that's what we've seen, Lauren. I think why Murph's been so frustrated even talking with us. It's a team that he hasn't recognized, that he's watched dominate numerous great pitchers and things by doing it the Brewer way, and they've got away from that.
I don't think that Murph has lost his game. He knows what the game needs for his team to win. I think more importantly, the Dodgers pitching has taken them out of their game. But with all of that being said, they had a chance to rob game 1, and they have a chance here to get back in this game.
Sal Frelick with 2 on and 1 out. Frelick hit lefties well this season. Back up the middle. It goes right to Betts. Got a chance for 2. Throw to first in time. And Alex Vesia puts the blanket on another one. He comes in with 2 on and nobody out. He gets Vaughn and Frelick on a double play ball. Inning is over. Shutout still intact. Dodgers lead 4-0. Brewers had a shot in the 7th. 2 on, nobody out, could not score. And now Trevor McGill, all-star closer for the Brewers, who's been dealing with an elbow injury, flexor strain injury, will enter the fray here in the 7th.
Magical season. 30 saves, 50 appearances. Vaughn's in at first base. He hit for Bauers. Popped up. McGill's all the way to the right side of that mound, and he throws about as over the top as anyone in the game.
And added the crossfire delivery to kind of counter that look. Makes it a very tough read for a right-handed hitter. McGill strikes out Andy Pages, and here comes Ohtani. taken out of the game as a pitcher, but the Ohtani rule allows him to stay in as the DH.
Hitting number 9 before Ohtani's got to be the worst place to hit in baseball.
Just can't wait to get past you.
No one wants to see you. Maybe mom and dad.
Ohtani with 2 homers tonight. And McGill with a high fastball catches the top of the zone. MVP chance rained down to be on his way to his 3rd this year, to be his 4th overall.
All of a sudden, not lunging, just taking the. I mean, it's like
it switches quick.
Oh, I got the call on a big curve. And the count is a ball and 2 strikes. The 6'8" Trevor McGill against a larger-than-life player in Sho-Hei Ohtani. Both were all-stars National League this season. 1-2 the count. Ohtani, did he? Ohtani! Ohtani has done it again! His 3rd home run! Take a bow, Sho-Hei Ohtani. An all-time game for an all-time player. 3 homers. He makes it 5-0. And I think we might be looking at the NLCS MVP. And now Betts goes deep to center. Frelick at the track makes a catch just shy of the wall. 2nd out, back to the Ohtani swing.
2 strikes, and this is where he goes, right? That ball's a little down, little outer half. 114 off the bat, and this one only 427.
The opposite way.
Yep. They get 6 more outs. If you're either Toronto or Seattle, you're like, crap. He woke up. He's alive. He's back.
Oh my goodness.
All the discussion about why would you intentionally walk Ohtani, which led to 2 bases loaded walks, 1 in the division series, 1 in this championship series. But it's a no-brainer for opposing managers because he can flip the switch at any time, and that switch has been flipped in a most impressive way here tonight.
Conspiracy theorists tell us all the time that there's AI living amongst us right now. Nonsense until right now.
I'm starting to believe it. Mascam soaring into the Los Angeles night.
That's the Ohtani, Ronnie, that we know when it's the ball's middle, but the way the hand stayed inside the ball, didn't come around it.
Instead of being over and in front of the ball. I mean,
the only way to hit a ball like that is you back it up.
He's like completely back in one swing.
Yeah. 2-2 the count on Will Smith. And McGill with the strikeout to end the inning.
Frenchie, you know how incorrigible you and I would be if we had that talent?
He goes 446, 469, and 427. It's the 3rd 3-homer game in Dodger postseason history, and it's a wow from the Magic one. ADX. Well, Brewers are going to need a massive comeback if they're going to force a Game 5. Game 6 from Toronto after a travel day tomorrow in the American League. Mariners win tonight, take a 3-2 advantage. Mariners a win away from a trip to a World Series. It would be their first. Blake Trinan is on to pitch. And that one is lined fair down the left field line. Caleb Durbin on his way to second base. He's got a leadoff double. Durbin has been one of the few bright spots in this championship series. Had 2 hits yesterday, a double and a triple. Now he's got a double in the 8th.
You know, we talked about that. Really, Caleb Durbin and Jackson Chourio has been the 2 guys for the Brewers that have consistently, I thought, throughout these 4 games, have put good at bats up.
3 extra base hits now for Durbin in this last couple of days.
Trinan out for the 8th. Back to his trusted position in that Dodger bullpen. Came on to notch the save in game 1. Backed up Sasaki in that game. And then they went in the opposite order in game 3. 2-0 the count. Anthony Banda is in the Dodger pen, the left-hander. Andrew Monasterio batting for the first time for Milwaukee.
You know, guys, what's really crazy about this streak now from the regular season and post for the Dodgers, it started on a night where Yamamoto had a no-hitter for 8 2/3 innings. Trinan came in and gave up a home run.
Durbin takes off, and he's going to steal third base. The pitch is a strike. Durbin gets a third.
But they lost that game.
Stolen base for Durbin. He's at third base with nobody out. And Monasterio draws the walk.
If you hear all the boos here, this has been such a challenging year for this bullpen for the Dodgers. Just the opposite of what they had last year.
Play Ball is baseball's global youth initiative to highlight the fun and accessible ways to play our great game. To learn more, including how to find a league near you, go to playball.org and follow @playball on X, Facebook, and Instagram. Isaac Collins steps in with runners at the corners and nobody out. Brewers down 5-0. Down to their last 6 outs. In the first elimination game of this championship series. Second at bat for Collins. Pinch hit in the 6th. He struck out.
Now, this is probably going to be trying his last hitter right here with the lefty Turang on deck. But, you know, for the Brewers, you've got the part of your lineup coming up that you want as far as producing RBIs and your most consistent hitters throughout the year.
So you've had 2 innings in a row.
Yeah.
Brewers had 2 on, nobody out in the 7th. They couldn't score as Collins laid on it, fouls it away. Brewers had a leadoff double in the 4th. Couldn't score. Got that run in the 3rd with just 1 out. They've scored 3 runs in the first 3 games of this series and none on the board tonight. Pat Murphy hoping somebody breaks the seal. And a swing and a miss. Trinan with a backdoor breaking ball strikes out Isaac Collins for out number 1.
It's the big backdoor breaking ball. That shoulder dropping makes it more of an uppercut for Collins, like a home run swing in a situation where a base hit would have been beautiful.
Trinan is out. Dave Roberts goes into his bullpen. Anthony Banda coming in to face Bryce Turang. We'll set it up when we come back. Down on field level for Sho-Hei Ohtani's 3 NLCS home runs tonight. Dodgers have had the last 3 homer games in the postseason. Kike Hernandez did it in 2017. We were there for that at Wrigley Field. Chris Taylor did it in 2021 and Sho-Hei Ohtani here in 2025. Ronnie Anthony Bonda on the pitch here with runners at first and third and Bryce Terang coming up.
Well, he pitched in last night's game, and he made it look easy when Bonda came into the game. Mostly fastballs. He's got a good breaking ball as well.
31-year-old lefty trying to preserve a shutout. Bryce Terang drew a walk off Ohtani to start the game. And then he lined out in the third, ended up as a double play when Blake Perkins got caught off the bag. Terang struck out his last time up. He was Ohtani's 10th and final strikeout. Terang, slow roller to second base, flip it to the bag, bats to first, not in time, and the Brewers are finally on the board. The speedy Terang beats it out. Dodgers get the lead out at second base. Durbin scores the run, and it's 5-1 Dodgers.
It's a great job here trying to turn two. Terang just a little too fast. Mookie, good throw, and you see Freddie full split almost there at first base.
Two outs in the inning now. Runner at first for Jackson Chourio.
Yeah, one home run for the Brewers this series, and this was the guy right here.
Yeah, he flips him here. It's a game.
He homered to start the game offensively for the Brewers in game 2 off Yamamoto. And then Yamamoto finished the game. Only run he gave up in game 2 of this NLCS. Chourio, big swing.
Chourio doesn't have to pull him to hit a homer. He's got tremendous power to right center field. Most of the pitches, or at least the fastballs, will be away from Bonda.
Absolutely. Split that gap in right center and drive it.
Chourio whistles one into left field, a base hit. Inning continues for Milwaukee. Jackson Chourio with his second hit. He's 2 for 4. And that is going to bring up Christian Yelich.
Man, that ball just flies off.
Yeah.
Jackson Chourio's bat, doesn't it?
Makes a different sound.
Slider right there and smoked it to left field.
This is the biggest redemption at bat in this series.
Baseball is a game of redemption. There's no question about it. But Yelich has been on the wrong side of it. He has struggled mightily. Yelich 0 for 2 with a walk here tonight. He's 1 for 13 in the series. Roki Sasaki just starting to warm up in the bullpen.
Yeah, they're trying to get him ready because Banda versus Contreras is not a great matchup for the Dodgers.
Meeting at the mound gives us a chance to remind you the 2025 MLB postseason is brought to you by Loan Depot. And brought to you by Vanda Pharmaceuticals. Innovate in the service of people's pursuit of happiness. Christian Yelich had a good year against left-handed pitching this year. It has been a bit of a different story in the postseason, however.
2 for 13. 5 Ks against southpaws for Christian Yelich. You got to go back all the way to game 1, or sorry, game 7 of the 18 NLCS is the last RBI he's had in a postseason game. Leadoff home run.
First and second, 2 outs. Yelich swinging a foul. Yelich finished the regular season 4th in the National League in RBIs. He drove at 103. Back surgery at the end of the regular season last season, and it was a big comeback year for Yelich.
29 home runs.
Brewers are desperate for Yelich to come through here. Here's the 0-1. Bonda misses. Ball and a strike. Remember, Sasaki, even though he's been coming out of the pen in the postseason, is a starting pitcher by trade. He's warming up as fast as he can. Be interesting to see if Yelich reaches. That's a tapper back to the mound. And Bonda gets through the inning. Brewers do score. They get one on a ground out from Turang. It is 5-1 LA, bottom of the 8th coming. Sportsbook app. Place your bets live today. Sign up with promo code HEAT. The Los Angeles Dodgers in their title defense. Hasn't been done in Major League Baseball in 25 years. They are 3 defensive outs away from a World Series. Jared Koenig on to pitch, facing Freddie Freeman to start the bottom of the 8th inning. Brewers did score in the 8th, their lone run of the game. They've scored exactly 1 run in each of the first 4 games. Koenig has been excellent on the mound for the Brewers. Late game, high leverage reliever. And he pops a strike in there to make it 0-2 on Freeman.
It's his 6th time pitching in the postseason. He has been a gift coming in from that bullpen. 4 outs in yesterday's game without allowing a run.
0-2 to Freeman. And a swing and a miss. Down he goes. Jared Koenig with a strikeout. Looking ahead to the Brewers' 9th inning. William Contreras to lead off. He's the cleanup hitter. Andrew Vaughn, then Sal Frelick. And Roki Sasaki continues to prepare in the Dodger bullpen for the 9th.
Oh. You know, when you're looking at the NLCS MVP, I really thought Tommy Edman was making a case until Sho-Hei decided to do what he's done tonight.
And Edman with an RBI single in the 1st inning, giving him 6 RBIs in the postseason. He's now 5 for 14 in the championship series. But no debating Ohtani's magical night tonight. One of the all-time performances in Major League Baseball history.
You know, when you're thinking about Major League history in the World Series, you think of the Kirk Gibson moment. You're thinking of other Bill Mazeroski moments. The only real full game was the Don Larson perfect game. But to me, watching this game tonight, this is the greatest single performance in a postseason by one individual player that I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, same.
Never seen it.
Yeah, I mean, you sit there and talk about the 3 home runs. We've seen it happen. Guy didn't throw 6 innings and 10 Ks on the other side, right?
No kidding.
I mean, that's what's been incredible.
That's the other part of it. Teoscar Hernandez. Koenig with 2 strikeouts to start it. Dodgers are 8-1 this postseason. They have just dominated from the start. Swept the Reds in the wild card series. That was the best 2 out of 3. Both of those games here at Dodger Stadium. They went on the road to win the first 2 games in Philadelphia to start the division series. Phillies had the bye. Lost game 3 here at Dodger Stadium, then roared back in game 4 behind Tyler Glasnow and eliminated the Phillies in 4 games in a best 3 of 5. And they've got a chance to sweep the Brewers with 3 more outs.
I was talking earlier about that Yamamoto almost no-hitter, 8 2/3, gives up the home run to Jackson Holiday, end up losing that game. Since that game, include the postseason now, 24-6 as a team. There's Nobu, Yamamoto, Glasnow with his effort yesterday. Blake Snell made it look easy.
He got this NLCS started in a big way with his effort in Milwaukee in Game 1.
You know, you watch these Dodgers hitters and all the great at-bats, but I'll tell you one guy that has been able to keep them down is this guy on the mound right now, Jared Koenig. He has been filthy this postseason.
The bullpen has done an amazing job.
Hernandez shoots one to right field. Nice piece of hitting by Teoscar Hernandez. Salvages one in his last at-bat. He did have an RBI in the first, but he singles to right. Textbook.
Kind of hit that out of the catcher's glove, didn't he? That was one of those things. I need a knock tonight. I don't have a knock.
And again, the one thing you watch these guys do, there might be big swings at time, and there was early in the battle. When they get to 2 strikes, cut it down.
Yeah, humble approach.
Justin Dean will pinch run. He was likely to come into the game for defensive purposes anyway, so Teoscar Hernandez will exit with 11 RBIs this postseason. Now Max Muncy with 2 outs. Roki Sasaki down to the Dodger bullpen has had a nice long runway to get loose. And he's on to try to nail it down. He never had a save appearance until his save in Philadelphia. Runner goes, Dean, snap throw to second, in and out of the glove of Monasterio, and it's a stolen base for Justin Dean. Puts a runner at second with 2 out. Base cam presented by T-Mobile. Would have been a close play, a short hop from Contreras.
Seems like you keep bringing me in for just an inning like the 6th or 7th. I'm getting mine.
Well, and he might have been honoring Dave Roberts there 21 years ago tonight.
I was thinking the same
there you
thing.
Go. Famous steal in Game 4.
It is the anniversary of the Cowboy Red Sox, the idiots, as they were known, coming back from a 3-0 deficit to beat the Yankees in a 7-gamer, and Dave Roberts had that big stolen base, that historic stolen base, made him famous against Mariano Rivera, scored the tying run. Max Muncy draws the walk on this date 21 years ago. The stolen base that Dave Roberts says he gets asked about once a week still.
Wow.
Billy Miller with the base hit that scored Dave Roberts.
Tying run off Mariano Rivera. I'm surprised he doesn't get asked once a day, to tell you the truth.
And then Big Papi with the walk-off. That was 2004, 21 years ago on this date. Chris Hook out to the mound to have a chat with Koenig.
The only team to come down from 3-0, to come back from 3-0, and win a 7-game series.
Grant Anderson in the bullpen. Pat Murphy invited Pedro Martinez, our own Pedro Martinez, to the clubhouse to try to get a little bit of 04 magic in his clubhouse.
Nice. They had never met before. Pat had never met.
Only interviewed.
Yeah.
But never in person.
I'm sure Pedro was a rock star in that locker room.
Yes, he was.
He's a rock star in every locker room.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Kike Hernandez, he's got company in the 3-homer postseason game category with Sho-Hei Ohtani now. Hernandez, Chris Taylor, and now Ohtani. 3-homer games in the postseason. And they were all in the championship series as Kike Hernandez sends one deep into left center field. And Frelick will make the play, and the inning is over. The Los Angeles Dodgers are 3 outs away from their 26th pennant. Sasaki coming in. Contreras, Vaughn, and Frelick, the last hope for Milwaukee. This is the 2025 NLCS. It's presented by Loan Depot. If you win a pennant, Warren C. Giles Trophy for the National League champion. And the Dodgers are 3 outs away. Here is Roki Sasaki. He is 3 for 3 in save opportunities. He starts William Contreras with strike 1. Justin Dean in center, Pages to right as the Dodgers tighten up their defense. Dodgers up 5-1. Ohtani with 3 homers. And it's 0-2 on Contreras.
The Dodgers weren't sure what they had in Sasaki when they called him back to the big leagues. Could he be an answer in the bullpen? He's become the capital A answer of that bullpen.
Never had a save opportunity in his career until his first save chance against the Phillies in the division series. Then he saved back-to-back games.
And a 2-1 game.
1 ball, 2 strikes a count on Contreras. And a shot back up the middle. William Contreras keeps him quiet for now. His second hit. Both have come up the middle. And a base runner to start the 9th for the Brewers.
One of the few split fingers that has been put into play. Never mind for a hit. 2 in a row here for Contreras. His last 2 at-bats.
Andrew Vaughn.
Sasaki wasn't perfect in game 2. In fact, he had to be relieved and trying to save the game for him and for the Dodgers. He had control issues in that game.
Vaughn into right center field, hit well, racing over to make the play is Pages. And the Dodgers are 2 outs away. Brewers have scored exactly 1 run in the first 4 games here. Consecutive games allowing 1 or fewer. 2025 Dodgers are on that list with an active streak of 4 with the Braves of 96. Frelick, first ball swinging. Dodgers would join that group with 2 more outs. Ohtani in line for a second win and a second postseason start. This is a double play chance. Out at second, no throw. So the second out. Frelick reaches on a fielder's choice. And 1 out to get for Los Angeles. Sasaki will have to go through Caleb Durbin.
Billie Jean King. Urban Magic Johnson and Randy Newman waiting in the wings.
Frelick takes off. Durbin, a high fly ball to right. Pages, he is there. He's got it. And the ball game is over. And the Los Angeles Dodgers have won the National League pennant. They sweep the Brewers. The greatest night of baseball by an individual player in the history of this game. Sho-Hei Ohtani. 3 homers and a victory on the mound with 10 strikeouts.
Well, you know, guys, we've been waiting to see that man right there in the postseason on the mound. We saw him last year for the first time, and Donnie, you said it, maybe the best postseason performance we've ever seen. 10 strikeouts, 3 home runs. Just continues to just reinvent the game.
Mookie and Edmonds up the middle, so strong. Mookie had some great defensive plays in this series. Muncy now has more home runs than any Dodger in history in the postseason.
And they found the closer. Roki Sasaki nails down his 4th save of this postseason. The Los Angeles Dodgers steamroll their way to a sweep of the Milwaukee Brewers, the team that had the best record in Major League Baseball. And Dave Roberts will take his Dodgers to the World Series again. They've won it twice under Dave Roberts. It'll be their 5th in the last 9 seasons. 5 pennants, the most in the National League in the wild card era. Braves, Giants, and Cardinals with 4. It's the 2nd ever sweep for the Dodgers in a 7-game series. Last time it was done in the World Series against the Yankees in 1963, in the early days of Dodger Stadium.
I've been around pro baseball since I was 20 years old, played it for 15 years, and I've been in these booths for 20 years. Before the game the other day, I was just watching the Dodgers go through a simple workout. And I was just thinking to myself, this might be one of the greatest confluence of great talent. They've got 5 Hall of Famers in their roster, some of the greatest starting pitchers' arms you've ever seen put together. And they have this power of postseason perfection rolling right now.
They assemble on the field, and they're ready to celebrate as we send it down to Lauren Sho-Hei.
Oh, Freddie, it never gets old, does it? How does a group full of super-duper stars play so much for each other?
Oh, man, that was special. We've just been playing really good baseball for a while now, and the inevitable kind of happened today, Sho-Hei. Oh, my God. I'm still speechless.
I watched you after that 3rd home run, and you mouthed the words, what the? Is he a human? Who is it there?
Sometimes you got to check yourself and touch him, make sure he's not just made of steel, but absolutely incredible. Biggest stage, and he goes out and does something like that. Something you would probably remembered as a Sho-Hei Ohtani game. Yeah.
Freddie, my favorite thing about you is you sit top step. You watch every out. Yeah. How spoiled are you by this staff?
Yeah, it's amazing. I think what was special is we're winning different ways every single night. Playing small ball, hitting the home run, pitching. Our starting pitching for about 7 weeks now has been absolutely incredible. So we're going to lean on him a little bit more, for hopefully.
I mean, no one's ever won back-to-back World Series MVPs. What do you think? Yeah?
That does sound good, but as long as one of us wins it, that means we won the whole thing.
Enjoy it, Freddie. Congratulations.
Thank you, Lauren.
Brian.
Thank you, Lauren. Thanks to Freddie Freeman. He would be one of those that's headed to Cooperstown when his career ends. You know, the interesting stat about Sho-Hei Ohtani in the 15 games prior to tonight when he pitched, he hit 207 with 4 homers. And in this game, he hit 3 homers. 13 total bases offensively for Ohtani. 10 strikeouts. Send it back down to Lauren.
Blake Snell, congratulations to the World Series. You go, how much of coming to Los Angeles was you getting the opportunity to do this?
Yeah, this is everything. So this is why I came here, and now we're in the World Series, so I can't wait to prove to myself what I can do there.
I was watching that game thinking, what am I witnessing? What were you thinking?
Just pitching, hitter by hitter and pitch by pitch, and just happy we could win.
What impressed you more, the 3 home runs or the 10 strikeouts for Sho-Hei?
3 home runs.
Yeah?
That was crazy.
Can you do that?
I can't do that.
But you can pitch a gem, and you did it in game 1. How does this staff feed off each other?
Yeah, we just keep pushing each other, and I mean, we're pitching really good, and we keep, I mean, it's like, it's competition, but we don't really talk about it. We just go out and see how good we can do.
Congratulations. Enjoy it, Blake.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Stars are out tonight, Brian.
Well, they certainly are. And the Los Angeles Dodgers, they have found the heater. They're 9-1 in this postseason. And guys, we're looking at the makings of a dynasty here in Major League Baseball.
They have been a dynasty. They haven't always been able to pull the World Series off. They're here every year. They win their division seemingly every year. Those Hall of Famers I was talking about. Dave Roberts is going to be a Hall of Famer. Clayton Kershaw, Ohtani, Freddie Freeman. I'm missing one.
Mookie Betts.
Mookie Betts.
Yeah, look, at the end of the day, the Brewers had a great year. An emotional series against the Cubs to win in 5 games. But they came here in these arms for the Dodgers. Guys, 4 games, only 14 hits, 4 runs, and 41 Ks. This team right here is steamrolling.
Well, the Brewers, like the Reds and the Phillies before them, felt the weight of the Los Angeles Dodgers. They are headed to the World Series for the 5th time in the last 9 years. For Jeff Francoeur, Ron Darling, Lauren Sho-Hei, and the rest of our crew, Brian Anderson saying so long from LA. You've been watching TBS, exclusive home of the NLCS. Coming up next, TBS Closer. It's presented by Genesis Motor America. We've got the trophy presentation. Lefko and the gang standing by down the third base line. Lauren will do the honors on the stage. For producer Jeff Randolph, director Matt Lipp, and our incredible TBS crew, we say so long for now from Dodger Stadium, and congratulations to the Los Angeles Dodgers